If you're wondering if your child is gifted, the best way to find out is to have them tested. Children as young as 2 can take the Stanford-Binet, and they need to be 2.5 to take the WPPSI, which stands for the Wechsler Preschool and Primary Scale of Intelligence. The WPPSI is the most commonly given test for young children, and it can be taken by kids from ages 2.6 to 7.3. The WPPSI then evolves into the WISC, which stands for the Wechsler Intelligence Scale for Children, and that's used for students between the ages of 6 and 17. The WPPSI and the WISC do overlap between ages 6 and 7.3. Now, a psychologist would be the one to decide which test would be appropriate for your child should you decide to get them tested at that age. But if you believe your child is gifted, they're more likely to give them the WISC because that would allow them to ask your child harder questions and see how far ahead of their own age they really are. If you are getting your child tested, look at Testing Mom's 100 free questions to get an idea of what IQ test questions are like. I'm going to give you 25 qualities of giftedness, and if you can say that your child shows 17 out of 25 of these qualities, then they are likely to go on and test as gifted 84% of the time. This is based on research from the Gifted Development Center in Denver, Colorado. Here are the qualities. Ready? 1, extensive vocabulary. 2, early or avid reader, or if they're too young to read on their own, they love to be read to. 3, they have a good facility with numbers. 4, they're good at jigsaw puzzles. 5, they have a wide range of interests. 6, they're very curious. 7, they learn quickly. 8, they're a keen observer. 9, they have an excellent memory. 10, they reason well. 11, they have mature judgment for their age. 12, they're concerned with justice and fairness. 13, they're morally sensitive. 14, they have a great sense of humor. 15, they're highly creative. 16, they have a vivid imagination. 17, intense. 18, long attention span if interested. 19, they're sensitive. 20, they're compassionate. 21, they're a perfectionist. 22, they're perseverant in their interests. 23, they have a high energy level. 24, they question authority. 25, they prefer the company of older companions or adults. Now, if you can say your child has 17 out of 25 of these qualities, then your child is 84% likely to test as gifted on the WPPSI, WISC, or Stanford-Binet. If you want to get a sense of how your child would do on an IQ test, you can join Testing Mom. And when you're there, you can do practice questions similar to those on IQ tests like the WPPSI, WISC, and Stanford-Binet. We have thousands of practice questions for these tests. 90% of brain growth happens before the age of 5. There are so many things you can do to impact your child's intelligence during that important period of time. The most important thing you can do in the first 5 years of life is talk to your child all the time about everything and anything. Research shows that children brought up in high language households have IQ scores that are 38 points higher than kids brought up in low language households. If you're a member of Testing Mom, go to our on-demand webinars, and you can learn so much more about the WPPSI, the WISC, and the Stanford-Binet IQ tests. And you can also see in great detail how younger kids are assessed. We have so many webinars on gifted children, and one that I recommend to you is called How to Raise a Smarter Child, Spotting and Supporting Giftedness Before the Age of 5. And that has so many tips and ideas on supporting a young child's intelligence and emerging giftedness.